Hi, back home again and ready to jump in to Tripadi in earnest with our first sutra actually following Purvatra Siddham. And you might notice that this is 8223, meaning that Prabhakara Shastri has leapfrogged us over about 22 sutras in between, which is part of why we're able to do what we're doing. So 8223, 54 in Siddhanta Kaumudi, Samyogantasya lopaha, Samyogantasya lopaha, Anuvriti padasya purvatra siddham, padasya purvatra siddham. So the full sutra would be Samyogantasya padasya sthane lopaha purvatra siddham. Samyogantasya padasya sthane lopaha purvatrasiddham. So this is actually uh, two statements. The first is in place of a pada, which ends with a samyoga anta pada, samyoga anta pada, one whose ending is a samyoga, modifying pada, samyoganta pada, samyogantasya padasya shashti, shashti in this case, sthane yoga. So what comes in place of the uh, samyoga ending pada? Lopaha comes, and as we know, adarshanam lopaha, what's lopa disappears. And number two, purvatrasiddham, which will, of course, be part of the story from now on. So the translation we will say is in place of a pada, which ends with a samyoganta pada, samyogantasya padasya sthane. In place of that, there shall be lopa. Now, just thinking about that for a moment, what comes in place of it? I mean, what exactly is replaced? Does it all disappear? Well, no, it doesn't all disappear. And we'll come back to it in a minute a little bit more. But alontiasya, one of what I used to call the rules of the road, alontiasya nitya adev parasya nikal shit sarvasya. So alontiasya in place in the stane comes in place of alontiasya, the final one. So if we look at an example, gachant, it ends with some yoga, which is nt, and what is lopa is not the whole word, not the samyoga, but the final one, meaning the t of some of gachant, leaving gachan, leaving gachan. Now, from time to time, oh well, the second uh, statement here is purvatrasiddham. All of that happens, and all of that will be invisible, non-existent to every sutra which precedes it. Purvatra to every asiddha to all the sutras which precede it. So let's take a little quick refresher back on some of these terms that we've been using. Okay, first, Halonantaraha samyogaha. What is samyoga? Halonantaraha samyogaha. That is Sutra 117, and the video number for us is 5. Once again, I advocate reviewing the sutras with the notes and possibly the videos, because again, they have some anticipation of what's happening now. The next thing is our old friend Shashti's Tane Yoga. And as we've discussed often, this Shashti is the Shashti which is not occurring in a typical function of Shashti. And that is Sutra 1149 and video number 22. Then we have Alontyasya, which I just referred to, Alontyasya, that's 1152, and video number 26. Alontyasya says that the substitute will come in place of the final one, Alontyasya. In this case of Gachant, that means just the of Gachant is Lopa, so we are left with Gachan. And finally, Adarshanam Lopa, as I mentioned before, 1160, video 31. That's what happens to what's Lopad. It disappears.